I'm feeling dizzy, overwhelmed, and this is a horrible feeling. Like, please just bring her back to me with good news, please.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So in this clip, we're going to go over Jazz's post-surgery complications and discuss what they had to do to stop the dehiscing of the wound, okay? Now, bear with me, guys, because this footage is exclusive, so I had to chop it up and like pull it a different way just to make sure that I could share this content with you. And I love making this content, guys. I love talking to you guys about this, especially with the details, the medical details and everything that we discuss. I see you guys comment. Your comments are amazing. I'm going to be answering some comments soon, and the discussions are great. The questions that are being asked are wonderful. So I just really, like I said, I enjoy making this content. And if you like watching the content, please don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, what are you feeling right now? I'm just so worried. And I'm just angry. I just don't know why this is happening. I'm mad. Just, she didn't deserve it. She's so brave. I tried so hard to not let her know. And I have been dying inside. It's not the way it was supposed to be. It's not the way this was supposed to go down.
So, you know, of course, before we get into the medical aspect of it, Jeanette, of course, is concerned as usual. But I mean, I'm not shocked that she's concerned because, you know, that is her child in there, again, under general anesthesia. It's been a long way for Jazz. And the thing is, what y'all need to know is that this is not the end step. Like, this isn't the last step. This does happen to Jazz again. So we'll have episodes about that too. I mean, this was a lot of complications that happened with this situation. And it was elected. So, you know, of course, Jeanette is always concerned. She's scared and everything. I always say this, like, I wonder if she's thinking about what she did to put her child in this position.
Yes, so she's doing great. She's asleep. Dr. King is getting started. Okay. Now it's just time to get ready. Yeah. So we're just getting started. He does think it's going to take about 2 hours. So then she still has to go into recovery before so I'm not going to be seeing her for over 2 hours. Yeah, as soon as she's in recovery, it's situated like the last time, we'll bring you right down. Thank you so much. Get some rest, okay? Sure, I have the blanket. 2.
I'm feeling dizzy, overwhelmed, and this is a horrible feeling. Like, please just bring her back to me with good news, please. I wish Greg was here.
It's upsetting to see how sad my mom is and panicking inside. Usually my dad keeps her calm because he's her rock. It's definitely going to be a tough road, but I'll be there for them 100%.
So he just started doing surgery on her, but he's confident that he made the right decision. But does this like set her backwards? Yeah. But he'll read back to her.
How's it going?
Dr. Ting is going to need to work on her for 2 full hours.
Did he seem concerned earlier? Like, was this over an abundance of caution, or was this?
I think he wanted to be proactive, and he didn't want to let it run any longer with fear that it could get worse. Are you interested in trying to come for the weekend? Is that something that's feasible for you, or too hard? I mean, I'll be okay. You don't have to do it for me. I just thought maybe for you might want to see her. But, you know.
Let's discuss that later.
Okay. I just thought it would be something for you to think about.
Alright, well, I'll keep texting you.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Keep in touch.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Greg has been this run, I mean, moral support. I need help caring for her, being there for her. He cheers her up, and it's hard for me to do this on my own. But I don't know that he could break away. He really needs to go to work. So.
Okay, so something isn't adding up here to me. Like the father saying, "Oh, I'll talk to you about that later," about coming to see your child that is back in the OR. Jeanette is fixing it for the television, like for the show. Jeanette's like, "Oh, well, he really does have to get back to work. Whatever job it is that you do, they do know that you are on reality television, and that does come first. And people can act like it doesn't all they want. That does come first. So why, already just for the show itself, couldn't you come right back to New York? Secondly, but really first reason, but the reason why I say secondly is because, if they have their child's best interest at heart, if they had it at heart from the door, there would be no show. This wouldn't be happening. So I'll say the second reason is your child is back in the OR. And he says, we'll talk about it later. And so somewhere I think in the back of his mind, he's upset, like, this is all your fault. I wonder what kind of arguments do they get into, if they ever get into any. And I don't think they get into that many arguments. So because Jeanette does say, I need Greg here. Greg helps me. I need Greg to get me through, all of this that's happening. Yeah, because Greg probably solidifies and reaffirms her delusions, Jeanette's delusions. And Greg never put parameters on her becoming a danger to herself and others. So yeah, that's why Greg is always her backbone, if you will.
Hello. Okay, so we're all done. Number one, it was the right decision to do this. Because as we were getting her onto bed, I felt something go pop.
Oh my goodness.
And she said, "Oh, that doesn't feel good." And then when I looked, the whole thing had just split open. So if we hadn't done it today in the OR, it would have happened in the hotel.
Oh my goodness.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah. So your instinct was right.
It was right, absolutely right. So what we did, we were very conservative. We sewed some things back up. We removed any tissue that didn't look healthy. And I think that will take tension off of any of the remaining incisions. And the good news is the inside, the vaginal vault itself is good. It's wide open, and that looked healthy.
Great.
The dehiscence on the outside, it was bad. She really was under so much tension that it created these large wounds. So we took a little bit of a skin graft from the other side of her groin, which we didn't use before, and I just put that in over the open wounds, repacked the vagina, we covered everything up, let the skin recover as much as it can. Skin grafts don't always work, and if that happens, then we will probably just do the skin grafts again.
Let's hope we don't have to do that.
This is a setback, but we caught it early, we treated it appropriately, and now we just hope for the best.
I can't say that I feel relieved. I'm happy.
So this person says, during my second clinical rotation, I cared for postoperative vaginoplasty patients. My job was to assess and care for the urinary catheter and surgical wound. Okay, pause. After the surgery, there's a urinary catheter that's placed because the person isn't going to just be able to use the bathroom. They probably had a block, and it's also to form the urethra. So that's why there's a catheter. And then, the surgical wound he took care of that. Okay. After a vaginoplasty, a patient's wound must be kept in place for no less than 5 days and cannot be removed or replaced for that entire time. That is scary. Okay. We'll get into why. The wound dressing is a latex condom filled with gauze and a tightly wrapped gauze brief. Think of it as a very tight homemade diaper wrapped around the abdomen, buttocks, and vagina. Okay. When the patients have a bowel movement, nurses remove the stool and clean it as best as they can. So let's think about this here. When Jazz had the last surgery, as you'll see from my last episode, Jazz removed the pad because his mom was giving him a new pad talking about wait till your period comes on or whatever nonsense she was talking about. And you see this article says you can't remove the dressing. And that article was actually written in 2019, but I don't remember what year it was really when Jazz had the operation. But it makes sense. You shouldn't move it because everything is in there so tight and taut, and you don't want to pull at it and then everything comes right behind with it. This oil dressing on after one or multiple bowel movements presents serious risk of infection to the patient's surgical wound. Well, absolutely it does. Didn't even think about that. about them using the bathroom. And not to be funny, forget just even the risk of infection. Like, you can't just sit there and a bunch of do. Oh my gosh, just imagine if a patient has a bowel movement on day 2 and must maintain the soil dressing throughout the rest of their hospital stay. That is crazy. They would have to keep it on. Is that so? They say up to 30% of transgender women who have undergone vaginoplasty suffered from some form of infection related to the procedure, yet current research does not offer recommendations for wound care improvement. Wow. It's a shame that we can't just get to the root cause of this issue instead of giving people lifelong problems. You know, if you get E. coli inside the cavity, that is going inside your body. That could bring you to a septic shock. Forget just losing whatever they constructed down there for you. So that's just insane. Or you could get necrotizing fasciitis, a flesh-eating disease, and then there you go. Well, then getting that inside your body is just, I can't think of anything else that happens besides death.
That this part's over and that we got good, positive feedback, but I am definitely not letting my guard down. I just, when he said that, she went in and like it popped. If we had waited and that had happened in the hotel, that would have been, because she obviously bleeding. They didn't say it, but I know everything pulled. Oh, God. Jeanette, where are we going?
We're going to recovery to see my Jazz, my Taz.
Hello.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, we're here.
Hi, Mel.
I'm tired. Oh, sleep. She has looked better. Her coloring's a little washed out. She usually has rosy cheeks, but she's been through so much. Her little body has been to hell and back, and she's so brave. She just is like, I'm okay.
I feel bad because when Bella was like, in the long run, she's like, everything's gonna turn out great. She's like, no, right now. And I started crying a little when we were in the OR.
So in the end, of course, thank God, you know, Jazz is back out in recovery and everything, and hoping that the bad days are behind him and he can get to better days. Unfortunately, that's not what happens next. And so, you know, we'll definitely discuss that in part 4. I had to break this up, guys, because this is extensive. And to be honest, to really go into the full details, I'd have to do like a live about it, like go live about Jazz's, you know, gender affirming mutilation. That is what I call it. Jazz has gone through a lot, and I don't know where this is going for Jazz. But again, I would say I don't wish bad for this person. I don't. And the bad fact, I send praise to this person that God could help them, because this is all a lot, and it's been Jazz. All Jazz's life has been about LGBTQ and fighting for it and taking meds for it, and you know, and destroying his body for it. So I think I might do a live after we're done doing these segments where we just go over it as a whole, because talking about it is already too overwhelming for one video. But imagine living it. I wonder how overwhelming that is. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.